They do not expect you to be as solid as you are, as pure as you are, as genuine as you are. They do not expect this. Some of these people that get an opportunity to experience you, they do not expect it. That is what I've learned. People really don't expect you to be that, because most people wear a mask. Most people live in this false reality. Most people present themselves one way, but then when you experience them, it's totally different. And a lot of times it's a bad experience. Most people have a bad experience while experiencing somebody. But when they met you, you actually came through. You were actually genuine. You were actually pure. You were actually solid. You actually stood on your square. So they did not expect it. This is the downside of being pure. This is the downside of being somebody who's genuine. When you wake up every day and your intentions in the world are genuine, you're not looking to be out to get somebody. You're not looking to cause somebody else to stumble. You're not trying to use somebody for your own gain. That is different. And most people, they don't experience that from others. Here's the thing. When you are someone who's genuine, you would think connections would come easy for you. This would be smooth. It should be okay. But no, you're going to experience the worst. Because what happens when somebody really experiences you and you are what you present to the world, you're actually that. This is what causes people to start nitpicking at you, because now they got to find something, because I know there's no way you're actually genuine, because we don't actually meet genuine people every day. There are people, your family members are not even genuine. You could live in that same house with people who are not genuine. It could be your own parents who are not genuine. So this is abnormal to meet somebody who actually say and do their actions line up. I say what I mean. And if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. That's very rare. And it's sad, but it's very rare. So when you're somebody that actually do what you say and you come through, it drives people crazy. Because what drives people crazy a lot of times is because now they got to compare themselves to you. See, sometimes you may inspire people to do better, but once they realize that this is legit for you, they got to find a flaw, because they got to find something to relate to. Because a lot of times when you're inspiration to somebody, or you just, if you work, even if you work out, it could be something simple as that. And they actually get to experience you behind closed doors, not just, from a distance, and you actually about that life. They got to find a flaw there somewhere. Now, I know you don't work out every day. You really do this all the time. They got to find a flaw because they need something to relate to. Because did you know that really, if people got a chance to experience you and you are solid, did you know that most people you really don't relate to, and they don't relate to you because most people really just live in this false sense of reality. It's a facade. Did you know that really you may not be relatable because you actually mean and say what you do? Catch them diamonds. This is a real thing. And once I realized this, it's like, oh, wow. That's what the issue is. And so here's the thing. From a distance, people can see you and they think that y'all have a lot in common, just from afar, until they actually experience you. Once they experience you and see, no, this is real, then it makes their wheels start turning and say, oh, I got way more work to do, because he's solid, she's solid. No, they're serious. They don't expect that. And that's what here comes the chopping down the character. That's what they do. They start to try to chop down your character. Now they got to find a blemish within you so they can relate to it. When you don't have no blemishes, it's not because you never did or said anything wrong. It's not that. It's meaning you actually take life serious. You take yourself serious. You're solid. You stand on your square. You're a genuine person. If you advertise something to the world and they get to experience it behind the scene, they see that it's real. They like, oh, this is real. Some people really don't believe it's real when they see you from afar. They got to come and explore it. This is why a lot of times you're going to attract a lot of people. Now they got to explore that energy, that radiant energy that you put out. Now they got to go see. They got to see if it's real. And if it's people that are self-sabotagers, the people who have experienced a lot of bad trauma, they'll stay around for the good energy, but eventually they're going to start trying to break down your character, right? Because you're going to make them feel bad about themselves. See, people know way more about themselves than you will ever know. They're not going to let you know about themselves. They're going to hide it. They're going to stick to the things, that they can relate to you on. And honestly, a lot of times it's not going to be much. You see what I'm saying? You see, come on, catch them diamonds. This is real. They didn't expect you to be solid. And this is why you're going to have a small circle or maybe no circle at all. Because most people live in this facade and it's fake and phony. And when you the real deal, they can't deal with it for too much longer. That's why they say you think you better. And you ain't said a word. And it just makes sense to me. It took me forever to get this. Then, if you're not really solid within you, people can come into your life and start to shape your reality about how you see yourself. Catch them diamonds. Listen, let's close the message here. When you encounter this type of connection, you notice that somebody is trying to find a flaw in you. They're trying to provoke you in any kind of way. Go ahead and drop that. Drop that connection, because some people will never be satisfied until they provoke you into anger. They will never be satisfied until they catch you doing something. It could be the smallest thing. And then they use it against you to weaponize it and try to speak down on you with it. Oh, I thought you said you work out all the time. You didn't go Tuesday. Oh, I knew you would. I knew. It don't matter what it is, because they are so petty in the mind. They are so insecure. They'll take just a little bit of nothing and try to use it to taunt you with it. Go ahead and counsel that. Counsel that and send it back out. You don't need it. You do not need those type of connections, because if you keep them people around just because something to do, just somebody to talk to, eventually they're going to break down your character. Eventually they're going to try to transfer the energy and make you feel low. They already feel low. Now they got to put it on to you, and they won't stop until they do it and accomplish that. Because you're not going to have them feeling low about themselves. You showing up and being solid, that is an attack on them. That is an attack on them. Even though you're not, this is who you are, but it's an attack on their insecurities. And some people they don't have the ability to deal with self, to be accountable for them. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to drop them and release them, and may they never return. Catch them diamonds.